Happy Tuesday! My name's Nick.
My name is Alan.
And welcome into the dungeon. So last week, Shrubberies had actually found the Dragon Barrow and met another new acquaintance, Xantha, the centaur. Shrew actually turned into a shrew, which was quite a momentous occasion in the campaign.
Shrew.
Shrew, instead of bear shrew or shrew bear. And you managed to find a secret entrance into this burrow, which you and your party descended, finding yourself in a 15 by 20 foot room, where before you this strange ball of light appeared and then split into two, going into either passage in front of you. And that's where we're going to pick up today.
Ooh, exciting and scary at the same time. What are those lights? Fabian, did you see that? Or was it my imagination?
No, Shrew. I definitely saw those as well.
And Xantha, our friend outside, told us that he saw lights hanging around the outside of the tomb. There were ghosts, he said.
Yes, I suggest we proceed with caution.
Well, I was going to suggest we get the hell out of here, but... No, we push on.
Well, if our dwarven friends outside are correct, whatever's in here will give us a good chance against this dragon.
Yes, we need all the help we can get. Okay, quietly. Which way shall we go, Fenna? Left or right?
Oh, I don't like being put on the spot, Shrew.
Oh.
Should we take a puff each? Or
No.
Or should we get close enough to see how far they go?
Let's just go right.
And what's your marching order in this?
I think we mentioned it last time. It was Fabian at the front, Fenna in the middle, and Shrew at the back.
Leading with Fabian at the front, you get to this rocky column that sort of splits the paths into two. And you take the one on your right hand side. And as Fabian starts moving forward, he notices that this short passage only leads 15 feet before it turns to his left and into another passage that will carry on going further forwards. And to his immediate right, he sees a sealed stone sarcophagus resting in an alcove.
Don't go messing with sarcophagi.
So what are you guys doing?
Obviously we're messing with a sarcophagus. I mean,
is this the tomb you've been searching for?
I don't know exactly. That's what we got to figure out. I doubt it's going to be this easy, but hey, you never know. I want to check out this sarcophagus. I don't want to touch anything. I just want to investigate it a bit, see if it seems trapped to start off with.
So you're searching for traps?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an investigation.
Oh dear. That's a total of 3.
So you're looking at this stone sarcophagus. You're carefully inspecting it. You don't see any signs of any contraption on this that would suggest it being trapped here.
Yes, I rolled a 3, so I'm not too confident with that.
I mean, at this point as well, for you to have been able to inspect the sarcophagus, because it's only a 5 foot wide tunnel, Fabian would now be at a position where he can see that to his immediate left as he was walking down this, at the front of your party, the path seems to loop back round to where you were. Right. So it's his immediate left. So as he's looking, and as where Shrew is now as well, because you're bang in the middle of the party. From where Shrew is, you can see that there's a path that extends in front of you as you look down towards the tunnel you've been coming. But from Fabian's point of view, he can see that not only is there that tunnel, but the path seems to wrap round back to where you've come from as well. So there's 2 paths essentially.
Yeah, so okay. I'm gonna leave this sarcophagus for now, because a big mound like this maybe is a tomb for more than one person. So I'm gonna carry on down the tunnel.
Okay, and you're continuing in the same order, yeah?
That's correct.
So Fabian, Shrew, and... Sorry, Fenna sandwich in between Fabian and Shrew.
Yeah.
So your party starts to make its way down this winding path. You know, the ceilings here are consistent to the room you've been in. They're about 8 foot high, and they're quite flat, quite well excavated. You also note that the walls of this tunnel and the 2 rooms you've been in are made of packed earth, as is the floor. And at this point now, because you're sort of moving further away from the secret entrance you found, and you've now got this big pillar that's blocking the light that's coming in, it is getting very dark very quickly as you walk in. And if I recall correctly, Fen is the only one with dark vision.
Yeah, Fabian and I are pretty much blind, so we'll have to light up a torch.
Okay, so are you lighting a torch each, or is just one of you carrying a torch?
Fabian will light a torch. He's in front, and he can guide us.
Okay, so Fabian's got a torch in his offhand, and he's walking rather cautiously with his sword drawn. So you walk 10 foot down this tunnel, takes an immediate sharp left, and Fabian, from his point of view, as he's the first one leading your party down, he sees that this corridor or path extends 20 feet in front of him, where there's this big, almost column of stone and dirt, very similar to the one that you've just seen in the previous room, and that the path forks again in front of him. There's a path that leads directly in a straight line, and then it's sort of almost in a circular pattern. It sort of branches out as well to each side. And as he's looking there, he sees these 2 balls of light again sort of dancing, fusing as one, and then splitting into 3, with one light going down each of the 3 paths. So you guys will carry on this path. There's nowhere else to go at this point until you get to this crossroad. As Fabian is leading the way, he's walking on this earthen path. His foot suddenly starts to give way as the floor beneath him crumbles and he falls into a 10-foot pit. I'm going to ask Fabian to roll a dexterity saving throw. Oof.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, that's the second 3 of the day, so 3 plus 1, 4.
Fabian unsuspectingly sort of disappears from your view. The light sort of drops. You're now seeing pitch black other than this glow coming from this pit. I'm going to ask you to roll me a d4 as well.
Okay, that's a 4.
Not the time to be rolling high.
Well, you know how I work.
So as Fabian falls, he's going to take 1d6 bludgeoning damage, which is a 2. And because you rolled a 4, he's impaled himself on 4 swords as he falls in. Each one dealing 1d6 damage.
Oh, damn.
So that's a total of 15 damage to Fabian, who's almost down to half health. He looks quite hurt and winded.
Fabian! Fenna, do you see anything?
Well, yes, the torch is down there. Fabian, are you alright?
Yeah, I ran up to the pit and looked down. Obviously, it's lit.
Yeah, the pit is fully lit up.
And I see Fabian impaled by 4 swords.
By 4 swords, yeah.
Fabian, are you alive?
Oh, damn it! I told you we should be careful in here.
Yes, well, you're the one that fell.
Oh, I need a hand. Oh.
Is it, how deep is it? 10 feet?
10 feet.
So I take a rope out of my bag and kind of lower it down. Fenna, help me drag him up.
Yeah. Hold on, Fabian. Come on. And after a few minutes of, Fabian removing the swords from where he's been pierced,
wow.
He manages, with your help, to climb out from this pit. He's looking a bit sheepish and a bit... Well, not a bit. He's looking quite hurt. Perhaps we should, going forward, be searching for traps rather than just walking blindly.
Yes, that's quite a good idea. Fenna, maybe you could patch him up?
Yeah.
Fenna, I want her to cast Cure Wounds as a level 2 spell. That's 9 plus 3, total of 12 HP back to Fabian.
Okay, so Fabian's almost back at full health. You see, like, his wounds start healing. Sheepish look hasn't gone away, though. He looks a little embarrassed.
We want to push on down the middle corridor, but this time slowly checking for traps as we go.
Okay, so Fabian is the one at the front again, yeah?
Yeah. Do we have to jump over this hole, or is it a small hole?
It's small enough to go around.
Okay, we go around it, light up another torch, because we're not going to bother with the one at the bottom of the pit.
And how are you guys searching for traps?
With a 10-foot pole.
Have you got a 10-foot pole?
No, unfortunately not.
Although, Shrew has a staff, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I never use the staff, so perhaps I will use the staff as a prodding rod and go checking for traps that way. Also, just generally keep my eyes out if I see anything suspicious on the walls, ceiling, anything that I see that might be out of place or whatever.
So does that mean that Shrew is in front now?
Yes, unfortunately, it does mean that Shrew is in front. Because the corridor is not wide enough for two at the front, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, then Shrew is at the front, Fabian at the back.
Okay, so roll me an investigation check.
That's a total of 15.
So you're walking down this narrow path, guided only by the torchlight, which is behind you now, with Fenna sandwiched in between you and Fabian. And again, you come through this short corridor, and you see that it again branches directly in front of you, and to the left and right. And, given your passive perception, your intelligence, I would say that you can make an educated guess that the path leading left and right will eventually join up to the ones that turned left and right respectively as you came in, creating a circle. But as you're looking, you can also see that not only does it curve back round in each direction, there's also a path leading directly to your right and directly to your left, in addition to the one in front of you. So I'll need Shrew now to tell me which one of the 3 paths in front of him he's going to go down.
Alright, I'm just going to stick to the main route, the main tunnel, and carry on going straight. I'm just going to go straight. Don't want to get lost here. Still checking for traps and all that.
Yeah. So as you continue walking forward, you go 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet now into this tunnel. And you're sort of walking, tapping the ground in front of you with your staff, keeping your eyes and wits about you. And you notice that the floor suddenly sounds different as you're tapping with your staff. Instead of sounding earthen, it almost sounds wooden and somewhat hollow.
That doesn't sound good. Can I apply pressure to it to see if it gives way?
Yeah, how much pressure do you want to apply to it?
Enough pressure for it to give way.
Okay, give me a strength check then.
So that's 4 minus 1, 3.
3. So after seeing what happened to Fabian, you're sort of pressing down, and you're a little apprehensive, perhaps a little shook from what you've seen, and you're pushing, but you're not quite giving enough pressure, but you can feel that it's going to give way. Do you want to continue trying to press pressure, or...?
No, I want to, with a stick, feel around and see where the wood, kind of hollow wood, stops and the earth starts. And I want to go round the hollow wood.
Okay, so you tap around and you can feel that this wooden part covers almost the entirety of the width, leaving perhaps 5 inches either side that you may be able to scuttle across very carefully.
So the width, and how about the length? Would I be able to jump over it?
I mean, how long is your staff?
I don't know. It's a staff.
It's a staff for a halfling.
For a halfling. So I imagine it'd be as tall as a human, perhaps.
So 6 foot?
Maybe more or less, a bit less maybe.
I'll say that's just long enough that as you're stretching very carefully, you can sort of determine that it's only 5 foot by 5 foot.
So we could make that jump?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go first. I'll tell these guys. There seems to be another trap here, and it extends 5 foot forwards. If we can jump over it, we'll avoid it. I tried to trigger it, but it seems it's tough. It must be the years it's been down here. It's probably locked up or something. But still, don't step on it, just in case. I'm gonna jump over it. Hold on. Kind of pace back a bit, and for a little run up, do the run up and jump over the 5 feet.
Okay, give me a acrobatics check with advantage because you know the dimensions of this hole.
That's a total of 16.
So yeah, you do a little run up, leap, safely make it onto the other side, with your feet down, almost like a cat, in a crouched position, looking around, looking quite chuffed with yourself.
So I stand up, brush my shoulders off from a bit of powder that may have fallen on it. It's more like a show of, I got this. And just look back and wait for my friends to jump as well.
Okay, so Fen is up next. Acrobatics with advantage.
That's a total of 10.
So she runs and jumps, does a little run up as well, like Shrew. Jumps and lands with the front of her feet on safe ground and her heels just touching the edge as you hear the creaking of what seems to be rotting wood under the earth, sort of groaning and almost about to give way as she sort of and she grabs onto your cloak and pulls herself to safety.
Ooh, that was a close one. Careful.
And now it's over to Fabian.
That's a total of 7.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fabian, quite confidently having seen a gnome and a halfling run and make this jump. He runs and jumps, holding still in his hands the torch and his sword. He makes the leap, which should be quite easy, particularly for a human, but perhaps overconfident. He miscalculates his jump, and he doesn't quite make it the full 5 feet across, making it almost to the edge. And again, you hear this splintering of wood. I'm going to ask you to roll me a d4.
What are you doing, you clumsy oaf? Ooh, that's better. That's a 1.
Okay, so yeah, the wood gives way, and he again falls down into a 10-foot pit, this time only containing, or rather only being impaled by one sword, where he takes 6 bludgeoning damage and an additional 4 piercing damage.
Wow.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Hey, I should just leave you down there and carry on. You're holding us back right now. Get your head in it. It's just a little jump.
Oh, I don't... How on earth... Get me out of this damn hole!
And again we get the rope, lower it down. Bring the torch up this time.
Yes. Perhaps I shouldn't have jumped with the torch and this...
It's all those sausages you've been eating, Fabian. They're weighing you down.
Have nothing further to say. Which way are we going?
Straight forward. Hopefully we won't encounter any of these traps that seem to have gotten the better of you. Let's go.
Would you like me to heal you again, Fabian?
Yes, heal him. He's too proud to ask. Just heal him.
So, using a level 1 spell slot this time,
Yeah, this time level 1.
Okay, so that's a d8 plus your modifier.
Yeah, that's a total of 5. I carry on down the middle corridor, again, still checking for traps the same way as I did before with a staff.
So you continue down this 5-foot narrow corridor. And you see now that it opens up into a rather large chamber. You've been walking around, prodding the earth with your staff. You haven't noticed any other changes in the sound of the floor. And you see yourself now in a rather long 30 by 15 foot room. There's a large pillar of stone and earth almost in the center of it. And to either side you see there's a small alcove with a sarcophagus in each one of them.
Do both sarcophagi look the same?
Do you want to go up and look?
Well, from where I am, do they kind of look the same?
The sarcophagi, from where you're standing, seem to have some sort of engravings on them. They're not as plain as the two you saw at the start of the tomb.
I'm gonna get closer to the one on my left. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna try and read what it says.
So, as you know, close enough, with no torch.
Well,
is Fabian coming?
Yeah, everyone.
Okay,
not
so,
me by myself.
So everyone's coming with you, okay. So with the torchlights provided by Fabian, rather sheepish looking Fabian. You can make sense now of the carvings. You can see it's quite elegantly carved with nice sort of patterns going around the edges of the sarcophagus. You also see a picture etched in of a dragon and of this female looking warrior facing off against it. And as you carry on looking at it, you see that the name Tanamir Alagondar is etched into this sarcophagus.
This is her, isn't it? This is the one that Dazzling and Novus, the hero they were speaking of, Tanamir, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that name does ring a bell. I think this is the person we were looking for.
I quickly go over to the other sarcophagus on the other side and read that.
So again, this sarcophagus, almost identical to the other one, although not as ornate. More simple motif carved into the borders of it. And instead of there being a dragon and this warrior fighting it, there's a motif that looks almost like a shield and a sword, which, looking at it and judging by the name that you can see, which reads Goran Tavernick, a name which, during your travels when you've been speaking with Dazzler and Norbus, they would have shared stories from the lore and the legends that they knew, that this would have been his personal squire. During your conversations with Dazzler and Norbus, other than knowing that this hero had her own personal squire, the legends that they uncovered also told how, although Lady Tanamir was slain in this battle with the dragon, who was said to have been brought down in this very area where the tomb has been created, at her request, the remains of her fallen compatriots, which made up her party, with her dying breath, she requested that they also be buried with her. And as best as Dazzler and Norbus could determine, this group of heroes that had taken down this scourge of the land, this dragon, was said to include a wizard and a bard.
Now, I'm wondering, did Norbus tell me exactly if the weapon was buried with her in her actual sarcophagus?
They said from their research that they knew the weapon was buried with her in her tomb. They do not know whether this means that it's hidden somewhere within this Dragon Barrow, or whether it's literally buried with her inside her sarcophagus.
Okay, I don't want to touch her sarcophagus right now. So, seeing as the room extends a bit further back, I want to slowly, and still checking for traps, investigate that part of the room. See if I find the weapon there.
So you go around this pillar, and you see that the room does open up a little further. You see in front of you this ball of light again appear out of nowhere. The light that it's giving off, and the torchlight that Fabian is holding. You can see that behind her, behind this light, you see that the actual wall is embedded with the bones of this humongous beast. And as you're looking at this, sort of confused by the light in front of you and what you're seeing on the wall, you see that these bones are a dragon that's been embedded into the actual wall itself. And on the floor, just behind this light, you see that there's a dragon's skull, and on top of it, you can see that there's this exquisite-looking longsword resting very delicately above it.
Fabian is probably drooling.
And as you're looking and sort of gathering your bearings, this ball of light suddenly rushes towards you and your party, and I'm going to need you to roll for initiative.
Damn, can't let a little tomb raiding go on without being interrupted. That's for Shrew first, 14 plus 2, 16.
So, Shrew.
Fenna, 3 total. Fabian, 6 total.
Okay, so this tiny little ball of light is right in front of Shrew. And incidentally, Shrew is at the top of the initiative order, which will be Shrew, Fenna, Fabian, and then this rather strange ball of light.
Very good. As my first action, as standard, I'm gonna cast Moonbeam and place it on the creature's space, or the ball of light's space.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'll turn into Shrew.
Okay, so is Shrew doing anything else on this turn?
No, I'm staying there for now.
Okay, it's over to Fabian.
Fabian is gonna... okay, I don't know if this is a good idea, but he's gonna run up to the sword, to the mythical sword, and grab it.
Okay, so Fabian makes his way to this sword that's lying atop the skull of the dragon. He's able to do so without provoking an attack of opportunity. And he grabs the sword. I'm assuming he's dropping his sword to grab this one, so he's not like sheathing, which would be a whole action. So he drops his sword with a clang, grabs the hilt of this exquisite looking sword, pulls it towards him, admiring its fine craftsmanship.
That's it, leave it there. Don't add anything else to it. You're gonna spoil it.
And as he's holding it, this
there we go.
strange, ethereal, like almost light and shadow starts radiating out from the dragon's skull itself.
Oh,
as this spectral form,
oh no,
which looks like almost like a humanoid. You can sort of see like where its armor would have been and its cloak, and it appears directly.
Oh no, what have I done?
In front of Fabian.
What have I done? Well, I suppose let's get it over with. Oh my goodness. I just lowered my chances of survival substantially.
What the fuck is this? Oh, it's not my day today. And you see Fabian sort of panicking. Does Fabian have any bonus actions? I'll say his action was dropping the sword and lifting this new one.
Well, he's going to use his action surge to quickly strike down whatever appeared in front of him.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Oh, what a time. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Nice. So this is a long sword.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's using this with one hand because he's got the torch in the other. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to see.
Let's say he threw the torch and he just grabbed it with both hands when he picked it out.
He grabbed it with both hands. He dropped the torch and he grabbed it. Okay,
yeah.
I'll allow that. So he's using both hands. Okay, so roll for damage.
Okay, so I roll a d10, double that, and then add my modifiers. Not bad. 7 doubled 14 plus 5, 19 damage.
Okay, so this blade slices completely through this ethereal body, and you see that it shrieks in pain. This sword has definitely done some damage to her.
Ooh, nice. Well done, Fabian, making up for your goofs.
And that was with his action surge, yeah?
Yeah.
So he's lost his action surge till a rest. Is he doing anything else? Is he moving? Or is he staying put?
He's moving slightly to one side of the creature, so to not be taking the whole of the area. Staying within the creature's reach, he's moving to the side.
To his left or to his right?
To his right.
So it's over to Fenna.
Fenna's gonna cast Sacred Flame on the ball of light right in front of Shrew.
Okay.
So it needs, again, as a reminder, needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Saves without any issues whatsoever. Is Fenna doing anything else?
Is she within reach of the ball of light?
Yeah, she's 5 foot.
Okay, then she's gonna stay there.
Okay, and with that, then it's the turn of this ball of light, who's starting his turn in your moonbeam.
Yeah.
And needs to make Constitution, if I recall correctly.
That's right.
Constitution saving throw. And that's a total of 12, which surely fails.
Yeah, fails. That's a total of 11 damage.
11? Sorry, what was the damage type?
Radiant.
Okay, so total of 11, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so this little ball of light sort of flickers as it takes this damage from your Radiance Blast. And seeing this giant bear in front of it, this human behind, this strange being, again, behind, and this small, almost unassuming gnome, he's going to turn his attention to Fenna. He's going to try and attack her. Natural 20. The second natural 20 of today. That's crazy. Although thankfully both of them haven't been the GM. Yet this shocking grasp fills Fenna's body with this pain as she collapses to her knees, one hand on the floor, and falls on her side.
Damn. No.
Fenna's down.
Crap.
It's over to Shrew.
Shrew's just gonna bite at the light, enraged. That's 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Fuck!
As you chomp into this little light darting and moving in front of you. This is quite a tiny ball of light. You can't quite gnash at it with your teeth.
Well, I'm gonna swat it with my paw. That's 20 to hit.
That will hit.
That's a total of 11 damage with my claw attack.
So you swat through this thing. Your claws don't seem to quite make as much of an impact as you're used to with other creatures. With this light darting around in front of you, your claws barely just scraping at it. And it sort of, again, flickers in and out with this light form that it gives off. It looks slightly hurt from that attack. Is Shrew doing anything else?
No, for now I'm staying there.
Okay, so it's over to this strange being now that appeared from the dragon's skull. And she's staring down at Fabian, holding the sword that was atop the skull, and which had cut into her, dealing her with some pain that she's not felt for a long, long time. She reaches out to Fabian with her arms, swinging them wildly. 16 to hit. Fabian doesn't have his shield at the moment. So that hits with Fabian taking 9 force damage. And she's following this up with her other arm. And she takes another swipe at this human, which also hits. This time doing slightly less damage. A total of 8 damage. Fabian's at 2/3 of his health for the moment.
2/3 gone? Or 2/3 left?
2/3 gone. And it's over to Fabian again.
Fabian is gonna take second wind as a bonus action. Alright, decent roll. 7 plus 4, that's 11 HP recovered. And then he's gonna try and strike at the phantasmic apparition that's in front of him. That's 12 total to hit.
So as he strikes with this sword, it goes almost through the creature, this time not taking any damage.
It's not the time to miss.
Is Fabian doing anything else?
No, he's staying there.
It's over to Fenna. I'm gonna need you to make me a death saving throw.
Without looking?
Yeah.
Watch your reactions so you don't give anything away.
Yeah. And with that, it's now over to this strange ball of light.
Needs to make a constitution save throw.
Yeah. It fails its constitution saving throw.
Alright, so it takes a full 2d10 damage. 7 and a 1, that's 8 total damage.
So you see that this small ball of light, as it's flickering and weaving in and out of its 5-foot space, you see it flicker a little more, flicker a little more. The light goes out a couple of seconds, comes back on, then disappears completely.
Did I kill it? Was it playing with me? Damn. Okay, well, hopefully it's dead.
And with that now, it's actually over to Shrew, who's just seen this ball of light disappear from in front of him.
Great news. Now, should I save Fenna or try and deal with the creature in front of us? I'm gonna attack the creature. So I'm gonna move my action to move the moonbeam on top of the creature that's attacking Fabian.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna rush up to it.
Very well, so that brings Shrew's turn to an end then. And incidentally, it is this creature's turn next.
Constitution time.
Constitution time. That's a 12 plus 2, 14.
It saves. So it takes half damage. 11 total, down to 5. 5 damage.
5 damage, and that's radiant damage, yeah?
That's right.
This creature, having felt this strange damage go through her being, turns to see this great hulking bear in front of her and this human beside her, but she's going to turn her attention firmly back to Fabian. First attack misses with her right arm.
Yes.
And with her second attack, it's a 12 plus 6. The second attack will hit.
Shit.
For a total of 8 force damage on Fabian. And with that, it's over to Fabian.
Fabian is gonna run to Fenna.
So Fabian's going to provoke an attack of opportunity as he runs to Fenna's aid. And as she swipes, she just catches the wisps of Fabian's shoulder length hair. Just missing.
Nice. He's gonna run up to Fenna, crouch down, hold her head up, and pull down one of those nice vials that were donated by one of our
Buy Me a Coffee
supporters, and he's gonna administer that to her.
Very well, so it's 2d4 plus 2.
Total of 8. Not bad.
Oh, what happened? Oh, Fabian. And with that, it's incidentally Fenna's turn.
She's gonna stand up straight away, wide-eyed, kind of in shock, and immediately she sees that Fabian, who has helped her get up, is in pain himself, and is gonna cast a Cure Wounds at a second level.
Okay, that's her second level spell slot gone. It's down to 0 level 2 slots.
That's a total of 17 healing.
Okay, and with that, Fabian is practically back to full health.
Let's go. Fenna's gonna walk back a bit and put her back against the pillar that was in the middle of the room, looking towards us fighting.
Very well. And on that note, it's over to Shrew.
Shrew has been glancing back all this time, seeing what was going on, and seeing that Fenna is up, Fabian is fully healed, with renewed vigor is gonna attack the spectre in front of him. First is bite, 16 to hit.
That does hit.
Yeah. Total of 10 damage, piercing.
Again, you notice as you bite your teeth in, it doesn't seem to make contact with anything. She sort of winces a little in pain, but not as much as you would have expected.
And in fury, I'm gonna hit down with my claw, maul her with my claw for another 16 to hit.
That hits.
And this time 2d6 damage for a total of 9 slashing damage.
And again, same as a bite. Your claws go through this ethereal creature. She reacts in pain, but your claws haven't really latched onto anything. And with that, it's this creature's turn.
Constitution time.
Gonna roll her Constitution saving throw, which she fails again.
Yes. 2d10 damage. That's a total of 9 damage.
Okay, she feels this force damage. Seems quite confused by this strange light that's coming down on her. Fabian's now out of her reach. She's seeing this giant bear in front of her, so she's actually gonna move away slightly from where she's feeling this pain, to the side of Shrew. She's now got Fabian and Shrew within her reach again, but she senses that this strange pain seems to be coming from the bear, and this time she's gonna attack Shrew. That's 25 to hit.
Yeah. Hits.
That's 6 bludgeoning damage from the first attack. And she's going to take a second swipe at Shrew, which misses completely.
Yes.
And so over to Fabian.
Fabian is going to turn around. Is this creature now within reach? She's placed herself within Fabian's reach.
Yeah, that's correct.
So he's just going to turn around, and as he does so, slash down with his new acquired sword.
Okay.
14 to hit.
It hits.
Oh yeah. So it's a d10 because he's using both hands still. Ooh. It's a 10 plus 3, 13 damage.
Okay, so as Fabian lunges with his sword, he almost gets the sense that he should have narrowly missed this creature, but somehow manages to make enough contact with it for her to take the full brunt of the damage.
Nice. He's gonna stay there for now. That's his turn.
Very well, so over to Fenna.
Fenna's gonna cast Guiding Bolt from where she is to hit that creature. We'll try and hit that creature. That's a total of 12.
That does not hit.
Damn, waste of a spell.
Is Fenna doing anything else this turn?
No, she's staying there.
She's staying put. Over to Shrew.
Shrew. I'm gonna use my action to move the beam again on top of the creature that's trying to get away from it. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay, and with that it's over to this strange creature.
Constitution time. Constitution time.
And that's another nat 20 tonight. That's the third natural 20.
Second for you. Okay, but
second
still,
for me, but third total.
Yeah, it still takes half damage though, regardless.
Okay.
5, so 2.
Okay, so that's half down to a 2.
Yeah.
Again, this creature feeling this strange radiant light almost burning her, only moments after she had moved away. She's not sure if it's a spell now directly on her or if it's being moved, but she still senses that this giant bear has something to do with it. She's focusing firmly on Shrew.
Bring it!
11 plus 6, 17 to hit.
Don't bring it so heavily. Yeah, it's
8 bludgeoning damage with the first attack.
with the first attack.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
She's going to take a second swipe at you. That's a 14 plus 6, 20, which also hits.
Yeah. Why did I taunt it?
And this time she connects really well with you, striking you on the jaw for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. That's 21 total damage on one turn.
And with that, it's over to Fabian.
Fabian, seeing as Shrew is getting absolutely pulverized, he's going to try and harry and finish this creature off. He's going to try and lob its head off. A true slash of his newfound sword. That's 15 plus 5, 20.
That hits.
That's a total of 7 damage.
This creature, again, feeling the pain of this sword slicing through her. She's starting to look a little more concerned for her well-being now. She looks hurt.
Good. That's the idea.
Is Fabian doing anything else?
He's staying there for now.
So it's over to Fenna then.
Again, she's going to try and hit her with a guiding bolt.
Okay, so that's another level 1 spell slot used. Fenna's down to 1.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that certainly hits.
Yeah, that's 4d6 right there. 4d6 of radiant damage. Yeah, not bad. 13 total damage.
It's a pretty decent hit.
Yeah, could have been better. I rolled 2 2s, 1 6 and a 3.
Okay, yeah, she lets out this shriek in pain as she turns and sees this small gnome backed against the pillar in the center of the room. She certainly felt that one.
Fenna, seeing that the spectre, the apparition, looked straight through her soul, is gonna like kind of jump up in fright and run round the pillar and hide behind the other side.
It's over to Shrew.
I'm gonna bite on this creature. Doesn't seem to be doing much, but still.
Every little helps.
I'm gonna use my clockwork amulet, so that's a 10 plus my modifier being a 5, a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
That's 9 damage. And then I'm gonna follow through with my paws, with my claws. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that also hits.
That's 11 damage.
Okay, so your attacks don't seem to be making the impact you would expect. But bit by bit, you're whittling down this strange creature. She's starting to look enraged now with this strange bear in front of her.
So now with my bonus action, I want to expend 1 spell slot and gain 1d8 hit points with my wild combat shape.
Very well.
That's 5 total.
So yeah, I'm guessing that's going to help because Shrew's taken a bit of a beating in the last couple of rounds. And incidentally, it is this creature's turn. And as I said, she's looking enraged between this strange damage coming down from this beam of light and this human attacking her with this sacred sword that has been placed atop of her for so many decades now. She's going to roll her Constitution saving throw, which is 16 plus whatever. I guess that saves.
She saves, yeah. Still takes off damage. That's 7 plus 1, 8, down to 4.
Total of 4 damage. You see her ethereal being sort of fading in and out of existence, almost as if she's going to disappear, but her being sort of lights up again, her eyes burning bright. She's going to take a swipe at Shrew. That's a 19 plus whatever that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 12 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa! That takes me down to 0, so I'm back to Shrew form. Pop!
So bewildered as this enormous bear in front of her sort of disappears out of thin air, and she sees this small and unassuming halfling with an outrageously red moustache and this wispy red hair. She turns her attention now.
And a ridiculous wizard hat.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. These wisps of curly red hair coming out from underneath this hat of wizardry. She decides that the most serious threat at the moment is the human with the sword.
Wow, I feel shaded. I feel like I feel disrespected.
Maybe you're going to pay it back to her now.
For sure.
So her second attack is on Fabian. So 21 total, which hits. That's 13 bludgeoning damage to Fabian, who's about halfway down in his health now again.
Whoa.
And incidentally, it is Fabian's turn as he locks eyes with this creature.
He's going to return the favor and slash at her. 15 to hit.
That hits.
That's a total of 9 damage.
Again, the creature sort of... You see her being fading in and out. She shrieks as this blade cuts right through her. She almost disappears. For a second, reappears. Her eyes now burning even brighter. But she seems quite hurt and quite pissed.
Oh no.
It's over to Fenna, who's hiding behind the pillar.
Fenna is gonna pop her head outside of the pillar, see that Fabian is not doing 100%, and she's gonna run up to Fabian and cast Cure Wounds one last time.
So that's Fenna's last spell slot.
Yeah, and that's 1d8, right? Because it's a level 1?
Yep.
That's a 2 plus 3, 5 total. It's something.
It might keep Fabian swinging an extra round.
Yeah.
So it's over to Shrew, and I've just realized that I've been goofing this whole episode. Because every time you've taken damage, you should have taken a concentration check on your moonbeam.
Yeah.
And there's been quite a bit of damage.
Yep.
So obviously we can't retcon and do all that. So I'll just ask you to do, from now on, take a concentration check. So please take a concentration check at the start of this turn.
Okay, I do so with advantage because I'm a warcaster. I have that feat. That's a 2 and a natural 20, so I'll obviously take the natural 20. That's 4 natural 20s this episode.
Yeah.
2 for me, 2 for you.
So the moonbeam stays up. What's Shrew doing?
Indefinitely. Shrew is going to cast Thunderwave. It's never failed to impress, one way or another. It emanates from me. It's a 15-foot cube. But I want to cast it in a way that it won't catch either Fenna or Fabian.
You can avoid Fenna, but Fabian's gonna have to make a save as well. Are you gonna punish him for his sheepishness?
I'm sorry, Fabian. Brace yourself. And I let go of the Thunder Wave. He must make a Constitution saving throw, and so does the Spectre.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the Spectre, but I'm gonna leave... Well, you're calling it a Spectre, and I've said a Spectre, but you don't know if it's a Spectre or not.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, I'm gonna roll for the creature, but I'm gonna ask you to place Fabian's fate in your hands.
What could go wrong? I cast it at level 2 also, by the way.
Okay.
Fabian saves, 16.
As does this creature.
Damn it.
Also with a 16.
Damn it. That's half damage.
And nobody gets pushed away.
Nobody gets pushed away, no. Oh! That's 2 1s and a 3. I'm not making this up. 2 1s and a 3. That's a total of 5 down to 2 damage. Because they saved. 2 damage on a 2nd level spell. I'm pissed off.
So rather than this thunderous wave, it's almost like a...
Yeah, I mean, the sound still, all the negatives of having such a loud sound are still implied. The only thing is it doesn't do damage. So not even that.
This thunderous roar erupts throughout the whole dungeon you're in, potentially alerting any other inhabitants.
Oh, damn it. I can imagine Fabian looking at me like, I told him to brace himself. It's like bracing himself and still waiting. He kind of opens one eye, like looking like, was that it? And now I'm the sheepish one, like, shit. Damn.
It's all been a bit unsettling. I mean, you've taken a pounding as a bear. There's this weird thing attacking you. There's, you're stood right next to this hulking dragon skull, something that perhaps you've never really seen in real life. So you're a little thrown off at the moment. Is Shrew doing anything else?
No, he's staying there.
Okay, so it's over to this creature.
Constitution.
Constitution time. Nat 20!
Damn you!
That's 5 natural 20s in one session.
Okay, you still take...
That's crazy.
Half damage, right?
If this was like a video podcast, I'd be putting a...
Counter.
a Nat 20 counter. That's insane. I don't think we've ever had that many in one session.
That's 6 total. Again, down to 3. Yeah, so far it's 3 for you, 2 to me. There's still 1 more in this game. 1 more for me to make it fair. Let's see if it's the last hit.
Okay, so she's looking at these 3 creatures in front of her. She's going to step outside of this beam of light. She's still within range of all 3 of your party. But she seems to sense that this pain that she's feeling is coming from the light. She still hasn't quite figured out how it's following her. But seeing this small creature letting off this thunderous sound, even though it barely tickled her, she's going to take a swipe at Shrew.
Do it.
It's a 19 total.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, so concentration saving throw, please.
With advantage. 19.
Yeah, that saves. That's a hard hit on this little Shrew. That's 2 5s, a 4, plus 3, so that's 17 bludgeoning damage.
What are you on?
I told you she was pissed. And that was attack 1, by the way.
17 on 1 attack. Wow. Okay.
How does Shrew look at this point?
Shrew looks unhappy. Happy to be in this tomb, being hit by a spectre or some kind of ghost thing.
You'll be relieved to know that the second attack misses.
Substantially relieved, yeah.
And with that, it's over to Fabian.
That was almost half my life on the first hit.
Wow.
No, it was more than half my life on the first hit, actually. Over to Fabian. Fabian is getting fed up now and is seen as she's directed her attentions to Shrew now, is going to make the most of it and try to slash at her back. 17 to hit.
That hits.
9 total damage.
Again, this creature fades in and out of existence, her face sort of warping into one of pain, but she's still there. Is Fabian doing anything else?
Nope, staying put.
Over to Fenna.
Fenna's gonna wrap round the creature without provoking an attack of opportunity and administer one of those healing potions kindly donated to Shrew.
Very well.
So that's 2d4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8 healing. Okay, so I'm up to 22 HP now. 22 Harry Potters.
Is Fenna doing anything else?
No, she's staying there.
Okay, so with that, so is a Shrew.
I'm going to use my action to move the moonbeam on top of the creature again.
Okay, and is Shrew doing anything else?
Staying there.
So this creature is going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. It's a total of 11.
Yes, doesn't save. So 2d10 takes full damage this time. Let's make it count. 5 and a 3, 8 total damage.
This creature looks bewildered again as this ray of light moves. Although she's catching on that it's definitely coming from this small creature in front of her. She's going to take a swipe at Shrew. No. 7 6 is 13.
13 does not hit. I use my shield to deflect the swipe.
12 plus 6, 18.
Ooh! That hits.
That one hits. You'd be relieved there's 2 1s in this roll.
Oh, nice.
So that's a total of 6, 7, 8, 9 bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to need you to roll a concentration check.
15.
So yeah, so you save. This creature is going to move back to where she was out of the moonbeam, provoking an attack of opportunity from Fenna, who holds her quarterstaff. If you want to roll an attack.
Yeah, I'll try and hit at least 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Alright, Fenna.
That is 1d6. Actually, or 1d8 if she's using both hands.
Alright, not bad. 6 damage.
6 bludgeoning damage. She barely notices this hit as she moves out of the light.
It's something.
And it's over to Fabian.
Fabian is gonna turn back to the creature and attack it again with his sword. 13 to hit.
Just hits.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, 10 plus 3, 13 damage. Fabian bringing in the pain.
That's full damage.
That's full damage.
The creature feels the full brunt of this exquisite sword slicing through her. Again, she sort of disappears for a second, reappears, disappears, flickers. Just enough to stay there.
Damn you!
But she's looking seriously weakened now. Is Fabian doing anything else?
Staying there.
So it's over to Fenna.
Fenna's gonna try and cast Sacred Flame on this beast.
11?
11 misses, so she takes the full 1d8 damage, which is a 2. So 2 damage.
Again, at just 2 damage. She barely registers this, as she's more intent on this human with this sword and this small halfling, which she seems to be quite curious about at this point. And with that, it's over to Shrew.
Shrew is gonna use his action to disengage this time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move away behind Fenna as close to the pillars I can get.
Okay, so that takes you sandwiched neatly in between the pillar and the sarcophagi of the hero.
Okay.
Shrew doing anything else?
Staying there for now.
Okay, so this creature is firmly intent on Fabian now, as he stands in front of her with his sword. 15 to hit?
Hits.
It's 17 bludgeoning damage on the first attack.
Oh, damn. What's wrong?
Fabian's looking seriously hurt and seriously wounded.
Oh, good.
He drops to a knee. His hands start shaking
Maybe I get
as
it
this
together.
creature lifts up her second arm and this time misses.
Oof.
She swipes just as Fabian drops to a knee.
Awesome.
Her ethereal hand sort of passing above his head.
Good.
And with that, it's over to Fabian.
Fabian is gonna stand up, and as he does so, with one last burst of energy, slash up and try and kill this creature. But he fails. That's a 10. 10 to hit.
10 total, he misses.
He's too wounded.
He's too wounded and he's a bit out of breath.
Yeah.
Is Fabian doing anything else?
He's staying there.
So it's over to Fenna then.
Using her Sacred Flame again, try and hit him. Her.
Misses again. Oh, sorry, rather, he fails his...
She
She
fails.
fails.
So that's 1d8. 3 this time.
Slightly better.
Slightly better.
This one tickles her a little.
Yeah.
But even that's enough to make her flicker out again. Flicker back in.
You flicker off.
But you sense, as you see in the battle unfold in front of you, that her movements are becoming more and more sluggish. She seems to be struggling.
Okay. Fenna is gonna move away from there and following Shrew, kind of move closer to him.
In front or behind him? She's got just enough movement to go behind him if he wants that.
To the side of him, with her back to the pillar again.
So back where she was.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that it's over to Shrew.
Shrew, using his action, is gonna move the moonbeam right on top of that creature again. Hopefully that's enough to see her off.
Okay, and is Shrew doing anything else?
staying there.
Okay, so it's over to this creature.
Constitution 10.
It's a total of 9.
Yeah, misses. It's 2d10. Come on, to 10s on this one. Not bad, 18 total.
18 total.
Yeah.
So you hear this almighty shriek and a moan as again this creature starts flickering faster and faster and faster, and then disappears from view entirely, as if she was never there at all.
Are you guys okay?
Well, I'm not too bad. Although I've seen better days. I feel quite out of breath. Oh, I've certainly seen better days. Oh, what's this? You see him looking at his body and sort of bruised and swelling all over from the hits he's taken.
Yes, I'm not doing too well myself. We should rest here. We should take a breather and get some of our health back before we head on out. We wouldn't want to encounter any of these creatures again in the state we are in.
That sounds like a plan. Perhaps we should tend to our wounds and gather our thoughts before deciding what to do next.
Yes. Let's have a quick rest. I'm sure Norvus and Dazzlin are fine with our new friend Santa out there.
Yes, I'm sure that Santa knows this area well enough. Oh, the good thing is there only seems to be one entrance in and out of this room. So as long as we keep an eye on that corridor we came from, we should have enough time to rest a little and bandage ourselves up.
Nice hoard you got there.
Yeah, looks quite dazzling. As you're now close enough to see it, you see that it's crafted exquisitely. The hilt is almost twisted like in a serpentine wave sort of form. And you can see that emanating from the hilt, where it joins up to the blade itself, is this incredible artisan work of a dragon's head carved into the blade. And at the hilt you can see what looks to be like a dragon scale that's been embedded in some sort of jewel.
This looks like quite a discovery. I'm sure that if we show it to our friend back in Thunderling, that lady that didn't want to loan us the sword, I'm sure she'll be jealous. Can't wait to see her face when we walk in. Actually, you need to lend it to me for that day. I'll walk in and I'll lap up her reaction. It's gonna be great.
Well, Shrew, I think we've got bigger problems than annoying that old woman.
How so?
Well, there's the matter of the dragon,
well,
the orcs,
yes,
the boar, your visions.
Of course.
That fool locked up in the logger's cabin.
Well,
that strange horse-man creature with our friends the dwarfs.
He's friendly.
William. God knows what William's done, that stupid ox.
Poor William. Yes, of course there's other things, but...
Axholm.
Don't worry, Fenna. Breathe in, breathe out. It's gonna be okay. Listen.
She gets her one of her pouches and starts hyperventilating into it.
It'll be fine. But we probably need some to stock up and that kind of thing, so there's no reason why we shouldn't visit her store, Maybe she's sporting some potions we could ask, or maybe she's brought in some new armor that we can go and have a visit once we figure everything out. Don't worry, there's time for everything.
Very well.
Anyway, sit down. Let's rest here. I've got a few rations. I've got a few sausages as well. We can always share those, and let's make the most of this.
Okay, so you guys are going to roll some hit die then?
Yeah, try and recover our health.
Okay, start off with Shrew. You've got 1 per level. You're level 4, and you all have 4 hit die, basically.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for Shrew first. Oh, nice. First roll is an 8.
Plus your constitution modifier.
Oh, nice. That's 23 I'm at now, but I'm gonna have one more just to try and top it up. The yin and the yang, that's a 1. And I'm just gonna use one more. That's a 6. That takes me to full health, having used 4 hit dice.
3 hit dice.
Yeah, 3 hit dice.
So you still got 1 hit die remaining.
Yeah. And now Fenna. That's an 8 total for Fenna, the first roll.
Okay, she's at 16 out of 22.
Gonna take one more. That's a 6. That takes her to 22, right?
Yeah, she's back at full health.
Full health. And now for Fabian. That's a 7. 5 plus his constitution. First roll.
So Fabian's at 10 HP at the moment.
Okay, he's gonna roll again. Another 7. 11 total.
So he's now at 28 out of 32.
And I'm gonna leave it there. I'll leave him with 1 hit dice remaining. Everyone has 1 hit dice remaining, just in case.
Well, Fenna has 2.
2?
Yeah, she only rolled twice.
Okay.
Okay, so you tend to your wounds, sat in the eerie silence of this cold, damp tomb. You've now spent enough time to identify the weapon that Fabian found, which is a Dragon Slayer. Would you like to read that out for our audience?
Alright, Dragon Slayer. It's a longsword, and it's rare. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this longsword. When you hit a dragon with this weapon, the dragon takes an extra 3d6 slashing damage. Wow. For the purpose of this weapon, dragon refers to any creature with the dragon type. Okay.
But remember, there's also a +1 on any other creatures, and it's magical. So any resistances to non-magical weapons on a normal creature wouldn't have effects. So it's a pretty sweet sword.
Cool. That's gonna bring in some pain. I think I'm ready for the dragon. I think I'm just gonna go up the mountain, bypass Harbing Wester, and just go and kill the dragon. I'm feeling confident with an extra 3d6. If I roll high. Nice.
So yeah, you guys now understand this weapon that you've got, and as you're resting, this small ball of light again appears.
You must be joking.
In front of the pillar.
Oh god.
Sort of dancing around again between themselves. You notice that there's 2 now instead of 3.
Oh no.
And they sort of make their way back through the path you came, disappearing out of sight. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
They're leading me out. They're showing me the way out. They're being good. We'll see. It's been a good episode. Bit of loot.
Yeah, it's been intense. You definitely caught me off guard when you said Fabian was going to run up and grab that sword. That was epic.
Yeah, I imagined he could use it to kill whatever that thing was. I didn't expect a ghost to be attached to it. I wonder if it was a ghost of the fallen hero. I don't know. Maybe not. If it was her ghost, I hope she doesn't mind us killing her with her own sword and then using it to kill another dragon. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, for sure. It's been quite a tense episode again. A couple of close calls. We saw Fenna go down. We saw Shrew almost go down.
Yeah, this time I kind of got out of the way of danger. Like, normally I just stay there and hope for the best. Hope, like, my next roll is good and defeats the foe. I always bank on having a good roll. But to be honest, I should have learned by now that I normally don't roll that well. So this time I played it safe and moved away when I had to.
Yeah, but still, 2 natural 20s in a session.
Not bad.
5 total. So yeah, it's been quite a high rollers.
High rolling episode.
So yeah, with that we're gonna go. You know what's coming by now. This is episode 22, I believe. Yeah, 22. Don't forget to visit us on i2td.com. That's the number 2, or rather the digit 2, i2td.com. We've got links to our Instagram and Twitter where we're most active. There's also an invite link there to our Discord where you can join our small but growing community.
And we also have the Buy Me a Coffee link. In our case, buy us a potion. And I only have 1 potion left. So if anyone wants to help me out in this endeavor to kill this dragon, perhaps donate a little potion there. I might find some anyway, so don't sweat too much. But if you want to support us, you can also do it that way.
I was going to say, we've barely scratched the surface of this tomb. You may or may not find other potions.
Well, I was thinking of just leaving, to be honest. I don't want to stay here much longer, to be honest. Just want to get out.
And for those of you that do donate a potion, they appear in game, along with a little shout outs to our kind donators. And with that, we're now at the end of the episode club, known as the Last One Standing. Those of you hearty dungeon delvers that have made it this far through the episode. And you know the drill by now. We're going to give you a little password to use in your Twitter comments or Instagram, YouTube, Discord, wherever it is that you post. And just use the password in a comment so we know that you've listened to the end. And today's password is sheepish.
Sheepish. If you are in Discord and you do use the password, any of the passwords of any of the other episodes, you'll also get a nice Discord role in honor of you having reached it's an achievement unlocked for having reached the very end of the episode.
Nice. So you know the drill. Sheepish. Use that in one of your comments, or even better, draw some art with either Fabian or Shrew or both looking rather sheepish today.
Yeah, it's been a sheepish episode.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made, roles were failed, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, for sure. So without further ado, we bid you farewell and hope you tune in next week as we delve into the dungeon. Shrew bear, druid the shrew bear, wherever you go, won't you take me please, shrew bear, I gotta be there. It's me and it's you, my silly old druid the shrew.